Welcome back, Truth Seeker. November 14th, 2017. False flag shooting in the news coming out of Northern California, Tehama County. Notice it says 4 killed in shooting spree. And then down below it says there were 7 locations. 4 and 7. The number 47 is very special to Freemasonry, and Freemasonry controls police in this nation. On the Freemason logo, there is 47 degrees on the compass, the instrument of geometry, the Freemasons' builders, instrument of measurement, measure twice, cut once, important motto to builders. The Freemasons, once upon a time they were builders, now they're more a society of intellectuals. Anyhow, this incident comes on November 14th, the day leaving 47 days left in the year, and in the language of gematria, the county where this happened sums to 47. And in case you're new here, I'm going to load up this calculator. This was built by somebody who found my work, who thought I was insane in the membrane. And once they applied what I was teaching, they realized I wasn't, and they got so inspired they built this calculator to make my research easy for anyone to do. Once upon a time, I did everything by hand. But look, the word news has gematria 47, and it was this number 47 that back in 2013 allowed me to break the code. I had noticed for 10 years prior how often the number 47 was included in news stories. And I would say, what is it about 47? What does this number mean? Why 47, 47, 47? If you pay attention to the news, this number gets put before your eyes more than any other number, especially when it has to do with police. And look at what policeman equals. 47, 47. In case you're new here, these 4 base ciphers, they're based on the alphabetic order forwards and backwards. English ordinal is A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up to Z is 26. Reverse ordinal is Z is 1, up to A is 26. And these reduction methods are using the rules of numerology for each letter. So in full reduction, when you get to J, J is the 10th letter. Instead of J being worth 10, it's worth 1. You see? 10 in ordinal, 1 in reduction. And then in reverse, the formula is 27 minus the alphabetic order. So 27 minus 10 is 17. That number reduced is 1 plus 7 is 8. You see? So this is what it is, forwards and backwards. And there's so much synchronicity in our language. Notice baseball equals 162, like the number of games in a Major League Baseball season. Look at what Major League Baseball is, 162 in ordinal. You know, we just saw Roy Halladay die off the coast of Holiday, Florida, on November 7th, 11/7, on the day leaving 54 days left in the year. Think about how a baseball game, there's 54 outs. This language is used to script your news and used to rig sports and to present stories such as the death of Roy Halladay every single day. This is the language that the Freemasons who control this world operate by. And the Freemasons in high places do control this world. They control all of professional sports because it's all rigged. They control everything on the news, all the false flags, all the rigged elections, everything. And every last thing is done by this code, which I have proven definitively since I've been doing this 2013. And with my book, which everyone's about to be able to pre-order. I hope tomorrow to tell you guys where you can pre-order it at. It's coming just days away. This book, there's not going to be any more debate. There's 0 more debate. There's no more room for debate. It's undeniable. It's been undeniable. The book, no one's going to be able to look through this book and say, oh, nope. There's not going to be any more denying what is completely evident and which continues to go on every day, which I express in the book. I say, if you just pay attention to the news tomorrow, you're going to see it's all contrived by this code. Letters and numbers and dates on the calendar. And boom, here we go. This isn't even in the book. I'm going to have to yank it back and put this in here. This one's going in too because it's just another prime example. Every single shooting you've ever heard about in the media in your life is all by this code. No exceptions. 47 days left in the year. 4 dead, 7 locations. Tehama County. And who's out here telling you this? The police. The police are, you know. And as you'll learn in the book, there's more to the code. This Jewish gematria, very important. Hold on, Truth Seeker. There it is. Jewish gematria is important, but that's not what I want to show you. Cop in reverse ordinal is 47, just like policeman. I want you to see that police in Jewish gematria is 147, which has that 47 sequence. Freemason also 147, just like conspiracy. Very special number. A lot of you know about the Aurora Theater shooting hoax and the Sandy Hook shooting hoax. Those were 147 days apart, plus a whole lot more. They were both alluded to in the Batman movie, and not coincidentally, in the book, I reveal how all of this stuff is connected and has been foreshadowed and why Batman matters. On the news, they got Jerry Brown speaking out, the governor in California. Look at his birthday, April 7th. Perfect day to have a birthday for being in government. Government 47, authority 47, agent 47, president 47, White House 47, DC 47, Republican 47, Democrat 47, Trump 47. Where was he on the night of the rig selection? He was in the 47-story Midtown Hilton Hotel. Again, 47 degrees on the Freemason compass. You take this word Tehama, without the county, it's 33, like police, like masonry, like secrecy, like order, like false flag. They choose all their locations for all of these rituals by the numbers. Today's date has the 42 numerology, Freemason 42, has 62 numerology, Mason 62. Remember, the original definition of terrorism is government by intimidation. This is how these Freemasons operate. Terrorize. 62, you see? Here's your real terrorist. The real terrorists in this world are your government, your media, because they're the ones creating the false fear, the needless panic, scaring everyone, telling them you need Big Brother. Meanwhile, they're the only ones doing this stuff, you know? Nobody gets in an argument with their neighbor and then goes and shoots up 7 random spots, including elementary school. Nobody does that. It doesn't matter how crazy they are. It doesn't matter how many antipsychotics they're on. Nobody does this shit. Nobody does anything that's reported in these false flags. You know, this is all straight up bullshit. All of it. The only people who do this are the people who contrive the news, which are the Freemasons that occupy our government, and which we're going to steamroll over when everyone wakes up. You know, we don't need government. We don't need Big Brother taxing the fuck out of us. How much do we pay in taxes in this nation? Just think about it. You pay taxes on your income. You pay taxes when you buy shit. You pay taxes if you own a home. I mean, does anybody even really own a home in this nation? If you own land, you have to pay a shit ton of property taxes. Really, the government still owns the land, so I got to pay them rent. You know, I have this tiny little lot for my house. I have to pay $4,000 a year in property taxes. Think about that. That's a lot of money. I got to pay over $300 a month just to live on the land that supposedly I bought. You know, I buy something at the store. I got to pay taxes on that. I decide I want to sell that to somebody else. I'm supposed to pay more taxes on that. You know, I go to the casino and I win some money. I got to pay taxes on that. I want a cell phone. I got to pay taxes. I want a cable bill. I got to pay taxes. What the fuck is this? Why are we putting up with this? Do you guys know where all of this tax money goes to? It goes to pay for all these false flags. It goes to pay for all these rich billionaires that don't do shit in their life. Born with a silver spoon in their mouth, never work a day because they're getting all of our tax money. You see, our tax money is not going back into our government. It's going to pay, you know, the tyrants. It's going to pay for Israel. How many millions of dollars do we give Israel a day? I mean, they tell us that it's like $20 million a day. I bet you it's way more than that. Think about this nation. 300 million people working. Well, some of them are children. So there's like 200 million working people every single day. And almost all of us are paying at least a third just from our income and taxes. Think about how much tax revenue is created every single day from our labor. And where's it all going? You know? I hope somebody's not out there going, well, it's going to our schools. It is. Our kids are fucking retarded. You know, look at India where there's no money. There's no money. These kids are like going to school in a cardboard box, and then they're coming over here and taking all the jobs because they have a better education. There's no connection between money and smarts. You know, zero. Teachers aren't paid jack shit, so don't tell me all the money's going to the schools. School buildings are falling apart. Schools don't even keep up their yards anymore. Most schools don't even have any green grass. You know, kids play out on a concrete patch. There's a little weed patch in the front of the school. This is how most schools look around here, and we're one of the states. I live up in Washington State. We have one of the biggest budgets for schools, and the schools look like shit around here. Where's all this money going? It's all being stolen because they know they have a bunch of goyim slaves with their head up their ass, just ready to go shopping or watch the next ball game, not paying attention to jack shit. You know, making their kids sit in front of the TV. It grosses me out how many fat kids there are now. And the reason why is because every parent who's procreating believes this fake bullshit news. They think if their child goes outside, somebody's going to come by and shoot him or kidnap him. You know, people said my parents weren't good because they left me home alone from the time I was 7 on. They let me stay out at night and ride my bike up and down the street. You know, that's how I grew up. 10 o'clock at night, riding my bike, miles from my house. You know, coming in, going to bed, getting up, going to school in the morning on my own. That's how my life was. And you know what it taught me? It taught me to be self-responsible. It taught me not to be scared of shit. Kept me in shape. Compare that with the kids growing up now. You know? Even the kids when I was growing up back then, no other kids were like that, but my parents, they just let me do whatever. And I'm glad they did. So anyway, the reporting here after the headline of 4 dead says 5 dead. You know, either way, they got their 38 coding, the number that connects to murder, killing, death, RIP. But that's what it is. It's just bullshit news every day. You know, you can't speak out against it. I'm sure this channel will be deleted in 5 seconds. I'm on my 10th channel since June 28th, all because I can't expose false flags. Listen. Long noses at YouTube and Google. You need to put in your policy, no more exposing false flags. Put it in clear print so everyone can see. Stop deleting my channel and saying I'm a bully because I'm exposing true bullying. You know? That's what I hate about these tyrants. The day I wake up enough people and we form an army, I'm telling you, we're going into Google and we're burning that fucking place to the ground. Google doesn't need to exist anymore. Piece of shit company. Censorship. You know, protecting tyrants. Fuck these people. Death will be an easy consequence for them. All these tyrants deserve to be buried in the ground. Governor Moonbeam, this guy needs his head knocked off his shoulders. You know what happened today? Our entire government knows what's going on. They know these are all false flags meant to steal our liberties, build up the police state. That's the other place our tax money goes to build missiles, bombs, and employ more police so they can sit on their fat asses doing jack shit. Police are the worst fucking people in this nation. They don't do a fucking thing for any of us. All they do is create more problems. It's the police who are responsible for the majority of crime, funneling drugs and weapons into communities. They don't do jack shit besides write tickets and then turn on their lights and block extra lanes and create traffic jams. If you ever needed a police in your life, they're not there. They're not there when you need them. Take it from me. I know I had the police robbing my house. All for exposing this. They robbed my house right after I exposed the false flag shooting in our backyard. Marysville, Washington, October 2014, right before we had our vote on gun background checks. Major false flag. Exposing the same patterns here every day since 2013. It never ends. These people are so arrogant, and the sheep need to wake up. You guys want to know something about sheep? Here, I'll teach you something about sheep. Notice the word equals 53. Notice that. Watch what happens when I write Dolly the sheep. 53. Do you remember the story of Dolly the sheep? That news was announced February 22nd, the 53rd day of the year that they'd cloned a sheep. I was in middle school back then. I was young. And I asked my teachers, I said, well, if they can clone a sheep, that means they can clone anything, right? They can clone a person, they can clone a cow, a zebra, a giraffe, or a shark. And my teachers were all perplexed. Well, I was asking all the teachers because I was just so interested. I was like, wow, they can clone a sheep. That means they can clone any living thing. None of my teachers had an answer. They're like, well, I'm not sure. And I was just like, can I be excused from school and never come back here? These people are obviously fucking retarded. If you can clone a sheep, that means you can clone anything. And that's another problem. We have fucking retards teaching the youth. And I saw that from a young age. I realized I was too smart to be in school. These adults were too dumb to be teaching me anything. But here's something else I want to show you about that sheep coding. Look at the word man. Man. You know? And from what I see when I look at society, I just see a bunch of people covered in wool. You know, I see a bunch of sheep. And think about the Bible and all the references to sheep. Religion, 53, you see? Religion, sheep, man, controlling the herd, controlling the flock. Fear, the best tool to control all. Am I getting through to you? I hope I'm getting through to you. I hope people are actually going to find this video. I have to keep creating a new channel, and every time I create a new channel, I get less and less subscribers. So put it out there. We'll see how long it takes for the long noses at Google to take it down, because I'm the bully for exposing the false flags by the numbers, you know. What could be more evil than exposing needless fear? All right, Truth Seeker. Radio show tomorrow night, every Wednesday night, TFR Live, Truth Frequency Radio, 6 to 9 p.m. on the West Coast, 9 p.m. to midnight on the East Coast. You know, you've never been here before, TFRlive.com. It's free to listen live. It's free to call in. It's free to listen to the archived episode after 10 days. By the end of the week, before my next show, you always have to go to the second page to find my show. Because, you know, as the new shows come, that gets buried. I haven't done the radio since last Wednesday. But if you come right here, you can listen to last week's show. You never listened to my program before, you want to check it out. Last week I was talking about the church false flag shooting. 26 dead by a 26-year-old shooter in a church built in 1926. Church equals 101, which is the 26th prime. Very special numbers. Assassin 101. Killed 26. So, here it is. If you guys don't know, this man right here, this is Chris Geo. He's the guy who built this website, who built this radio network, who made it all happen. A lot of people say that this is a shill operation, Truth Frequency Radio. I'll tell you what, the man who's in charge of this radio station is no shill. Now, some of the other people on this network, I'm not supposed to bash the network, but there's a lot of shows on here that I can't stand to listen to, and they make my ears bleed. But I'll tell you what, you turn into my show, you turn into some of these other shows, you're going to get some real good information, okay? Every week, I put out the Truth Undeniable, and so do some other programs on here. Chris does good work. He's into different things than me. But stop saying every time I promote the show that, oh, that's just a shill network. No, it's not. I mean, if it was a shill network, would I be on there? You know? A lot of people who promote the messages they do that are not correct, they're not necessarily shills either. They're just people who've been duped and are into the wrong things. So, something else to think about. But that's it for now, Truth Seeker. Tomorrow night, I think I will have the place where you guys can pre-order. If it's not tomorrow night, it's going to be very soon. It's just days away. The book's going to be out. It's going to be in your hands very soon. And you guys got to help this book reach everyone. Everyone needs to know what's in this book. This book covers it all. History, current events, knowledge. Everyone needs to know that speaks English. Absolutely. All right, Truth Seeker. Until next time.